What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Showdown video, and today we are starting off the week with me making up for lost time not making Pokemon Showdown videos during Series 1, and we're going to also have some Series 2 teams later on, but this is the Series 1 team that I made quite a while ago, and I just can't give up on, because it's funny. I mean, the first Pokemon is Crocalor, so that should explain my entire driving point in making this team. One day I was just using Skeledirge, and then I got rage fisted by an Annihilate, and I was like, what if I just wasn't weak to rage fist? So that's where Crocalor comes in. Crocalor, I think, is a pretty nifty middle evolution with the Eviolite there. I do like to use starter middle evolutions to the Eviolite quite often, so I might be gaslighting myself here, but from what I've seen, it does pretty okay in Series 1. I haven't tried it yet in Series 2, but I think with some good play, it might do some work in Series 2 because of all the special attackers. So for our Crocalor set, we have Snarl, Will-O-Wisp, Helping Hand, and Slack Off, a real support and sustain kind of set here. Also with the hidden ability Unaware, makes you immune to other people's stat boost, but it also means that whenever you snarl something in lower special attack, that the special attack drop doesn't matter, which is kind of weird and more towards the support part of the team, but we'll get into that later. Second on the list, we have Dondozo, and somehow this is also my first Dondozo team of the channel, which seems kind of weird, but Dondozo is obviously a very good Pokemon when paired with Tatsugiri, as everybody knows at this point. It's literally not new. I mean, this is a Series 1 team. It's not new information by any means. But our Dondozo is the Terra Ghost Curse set, which is designed to stall out other Dondozos and also just be stall in general. We also have a Wave Crash, Rest, and Protect, and Chesto Berry in order to make it so that whenever we put our Dondozo in, it's going to be pretty sustainable and just able to outbulk everything else that exists on the field. Mainly just being in defense is the big one. Third on the list, we have Arboliva. So I haven't seen a lot of Arboliva in Series 2, and I think that mostly has to do with, like, Iron Bundle and Iron Hands just absolutely obliterating Arboliva. But I believe it still can have some neat uses on this team. We have Giga Drain, Earth Power, and Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam pairs pretty well with the Fairy type Terra, so that way we can, if we see an Iron Bundle or an Iron Hands, we can Terra into Fairy so that they're not super effective against us, and then we can launch back a pretty powerful attack with that Dazzling Gleam. And Seed Sower just makes it so that everything else on the team is much more sustainable over time. And Covert Cloak, because I am tired of getting flinched off of Rock Slide every gosh darn time. Fourth on the list, we have King Gambit, another really good Pokemon, of course, a Gen 5 evolution, so you gotta use King Gambit every once in a while. The King Gambit is very tanky and very powerful. It's just slow is the only thing, but we don't take much heed of the fact that King Gambit is slow to do like Trick Room things. We just have it slow and able to hit back, but the main idea is that we're Sucker Punching or Kowtow Cleaving for massive Dark type damage, we have Iron Head for massive Steel type damage, and if something is threatening us on the Fighting type side, we can turn into Terra Flying and Terra Blast it. It's also a good way to get rid of Amoonguss. That's another reason why we have the Lumberry. Also Brute Bonnet, I guess, wouldn't deal with the Terra Blast too well. But, yeah, that's the real idea with King Gambit here. Also Defiant to get rid of any Intimidates or stat drops that we might see on the field. Fifth on the list, we have Annihilate. This is just a classic Annihilate set with Drain Punch, Rage Fist, Bulk Up, and Protect. But our Annihilate is Vital Spirit, again, to keep us from falling asleep. And since we already have one Defiant Pokemon on the team, it seemed kind of redundant to have two, especially when I could just be immune to sleep. And there's not been very many Intimidate Pokemon in Series 2, mostly just like Arcanine, maybe a Tauros here and there. But yeah, Annihilate is here to stay awake, go Terrifier to avoid burns, and Rage Fist or Drain Punch the crap out of everything. And last but not least, we have the complement to Dondozo, which is the Choice Scarf Tatsugiri set. We have the basic moves, which is Muddy Water, Draco Meteor, Icy Wind. I'll have a chance to miss, which is a little annoying, but hopefully Tatsugiri can land the hits. And we also have Soak for the last chance for basically lowering the stab damage that a Pokemon wants to do to another Pokemon, but also to make it so that things like Arboliva can Giga Drain health back should we get put into a scenario where Dondozo dies and Arboliva is on the field. It would be a good idea for that. So yeah, that's the basic gist of the team. Sadly, there's no Season 1 team available anymore, so we're gonna have to play in series 2. Oh, I don't think this was the thing last time I recorded either. They also have the open team sheets now to go in line with what the tournaments do, which is really nice. And, you know, if your opponent doesn't agree to open team sheets, then that just means that they're... So I have a lot of good options here. Talonflame and Great Tusk has been a pretty popular combo. I feel like, Great Tusk actually kind of walls a lot of what we have here. But I think the smart thing to do is to lead Tatsugiri Dondozo, and then we'll keep Arboliva and Crocalor in the back, and we'll see how that goes. Usually it's more efficient to like bring Tatsugiri in second, but since I kind of knew that this was going to be the lead, this is what we're gonna... Just gonna wave crash this. The Talonflame might taunt or Will-O-Wisp, so I'm just gonna try attacking the Great Tusk. See how much damage we can do into that. Okay, the Great Tusk protects, and the Talonflame Will-O-Wisp, but it missed. Okay. If I turn there, I mean, I could have attacked the Talonflame. Should I attack the Talonflame? I guess we have Arboliva that can always Terra Fairy in the back later, so maybe it is better for me to Terra Water, take down the Talonflame. Okay, they're bringing in their Dondozo now. We take their Talonflame, and that's pretty big, because what we have in the back can deal with their Tatsugiri combo a little bit better. And we could Terra Ghost here, actually. That's not a bad option. We could take their hit here and Terra Ghost. Do we use the rest now is the question? Or do we... No, there's no point in cursing. Because they're unaware too. So take a turn here and rest. They're going to Terra Dragon. They're going to sub. Pretty sure we can curse through the sub though. So what we have to do is you have to Terra Ghost and protect. Because if you did that on the first turn, they also protect, which is nice. If you did that on the first turn, the curse would be random, and if it targets into the Tatsugiri and misses, then that's kind of egg on our face. We can do this, and we can curse through their sub. So now they have a lot less time to do things than they would like. I'm actually gonna... Okay, no, that was a decent protect. I'm gonna rest, and we're just gonna stall them out here for a little bit. It's basically just Dondozo Wars right now. We'll see if they're rest substitute, and if not, it's better for us if they're not, but if they don't have recovery, this is a pretty easy Dondozo stall out. This is what I really like about Cursed Dondozo, is that you can just win the Dondozo mirror super easily. Okay, their leftovers kick in, they're at 6% now. I'm gonna wake up and protect. They think that they're probably getting attack boost off of Order Up, but I'm unaware, so it's not really how that works. And they curse and they die, which is great, and the opponent forfeits to literally just Dondozo. Sweet. Okay, we have a very interesting Bundle and Roaring Moon setup here. There's a lot of Pokemon that we could bring in. I hate whenever people don't agree to open team sheets, but they turn on the timer. Like, you're somehow the idiot. What do I want to lead here is the question. Crocalor's not terrible, as long as they don't lead Garchomp. So I think we're going to do that. If they lead Garchomp, I'll keep... No, not Arboliva. Arboliva doesn't play well into Iron Bundle. Let's keep Kingambit in the start. Oh, okay. They rejected the open team sheets. What a nice way to play. Question is, do I want to bring Dondozo? And I think, based on how squishy the rest of this guy's team is, but Annihilate seems kind of nice. Let's bring Dondozo in the back and just see how it goes. Okay, they start Iron Bundle and Garchomp. So, Garchomp has the option here to be Scarf. I wonder how much a Helping Hand Sucker Punch would do into the Garchomp slot. My guess is not enough. I could always Stomping Tantrum. I think I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp slot, and then hard switch into Dondozo. Okay, they protect Garchomp, so they went for the Earthquake, which is nice. We don't take the Earthquake as well as I wish we did, but we land the Will-O-Wisp, which is great. Now we're in the spot where we could just KO Garchomp with Dondozo here with the Wave Crash, and they could Freeze Dry, and that would take a lot of health off of us. Or they might switch in Arcanine, or they might switch in Brute Bonnet. So what do I want to bet on happening here? I think we just switch into Tatsugiri and we make the combination. Okay, they do go for Freeze Dry into the Dondozo. They go for the Rock Slide Flinch. Please don't get it. Please don't. Could you not? Okay, that sucks. Okay, they're literally just going for flinches right now. Let's go for the rest, because Iron Head shouldn't kill us here. If it flinches us, then we're actually in a terrible spot. Alright, now we're in a not so terrible spot. We need to get rid of the Iron Bundle like as soon as possible. So Terra Ghost, Wave Crash might 2-hit KO. Then again, Bundle is pretty defensive. We have things for killing the Bundle later with our boy. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take out whatever is next to the Bundle as fast as possible. Golden Go. But I don't think Free Strike Shadow Ball might hurt here. Shadow Ball gets a little bit... Oh, that's a lot of bit of chip. That's more chip than I was willing to take there. Okay, well at least we've confirmed that their Golden Go isn't Specs, it's Protect. Now they're just trying to Hydro Pump me down. Hydro Pump miss would be ideal, but it's not something to bet on. Okay, they're flying Roaring Moon. That's gonna pick up the KO. I think Kingambit is our most reliable option. Because we could Icy Wind. Icy Wind will lower the speed of both. Bundle wants to Freeze Dry into Tatsugiri, right? There's no way that gets to do that. We should just try and take the Moon. Oh, the Moon might protect though. Yeah, the Moon protected. Oh, did we miss the Icy Wind on the Bundle? That sucks. That really sucks. I mean, we're going to be outspeeding it with Kingambit, but that really stinks. I think we have to do this now. Acrobatics finishes off Crocalor. Hydro Pump does a lot to Kingambit. Yeah, that's just not enough. We can Sucker Punch Bundle, but I don't think that'll... Okay, that picks up the KO, but... Acrobatics does hurt. Wait, hold on. If Acrobatics is only the best thing that they have to hurt... Did I use my Terra yet? I think I Terra Ghosted. Yeah, I did Terra Ghost on Dondozo. It's really about predicting... Who can hit what here? Ah, the Golden Go lived on the Sucker Punch. Okay, if we picked up the KO there, we would have just won. That stinks. Okay, we have another Talonflame Tusk team here. Let's just start with Dondozo Annihilate to exert pressure, and then we'll have Tatsugiri come in later if we need it. And Kingambit is also really nifty here. Okay, so they start Talonflame Great Tusk, so I'm just going to Wave Crash and Talonflame and then switch to Toxic Gear. Okay, so for this match, we have a very interesting team that I feel like I've seen before, but I don't remember where. They've got, like, Iron Jugulus and Sandy Shocks, which is a bit unusual. So, I'm trying to think what Pokemon would be the best to deal with this. I think Dondozo in the back would be a pretty good answer for generally anything. But let's maybe start Crocalor, Dondozo, and then Tatsugiri. And who would be best in back is a hard question. I don't know why, but my gut's telling me Kingambit might be best in back, so let's go with that. And we'll see what it's like. They did agree to open team sheets, which is nice. Okay, so it says here that their Flutter Mane is Specs, and their Sandy Shock is Expert Belt, which I think is meant exactly to hurt Dondozo. There's not really much of an opportunity to Snarl here. Could do is Helping Hand, Terra Go, but then the Shadow Ball for Flutter Mane might still hurt a lot. Let's go ahead and we're going to Helping Hand Dondozo, and then Wave Crash into Sandy Shocks and see what happens. Okay, they switch into Mouse Hold, which is pretty good for us. Shadow Ball, okay, thank goodness we did not Terra Ghost, because that would end up backfiring massively. The thing is, now what do we do? I think we can Will-O-Wisp the mouse and then switch to Kingambit pretty safely right now. Okay, they faint so that they can't protect, and then they double into that slot. That's really good for us. Will-O-Wisp misses, which is kind of trash for us. Now we can Snarl, and their Flutter Mane is Choice Spec, so they have to Shadow Ball. So, I don't know. The mice might try to redirect and follow me, but it might be best just to Iron Head into that slot. So I'm going to Snarl Iron Head into the Flutter Mane slot. Okay, they switch into Sandy Shocks. The Snarl is going to lower the special attack, but the Iron Head isn't going to do much because it's resisted. They have a perfect opening just to Earth Power into the Kingambit slot. So what we might have to do is will-o-wisp the mice, and then just risk them normal earth powering, and Kowtow Cleave into Sandy Shocks. Okay, Sandy Shocks protects. What does the mice do? The mice super fangs. That's a good move. Our will-o-wisp misses a second time, which is not ideal. Will-o-wisp trying to sucker punch the mice. Okay, at least Kingambit takes down the mice. The Earth Power is going to take down Sandy Shocks, though, and at least the Will-o-wisp can tick for a little bit of damage. Now Tatsugiri needs to come in. I don't know what Tatsugiri necessarily needs to do. We have decreased the Sandy Shock's special attack, so I think it can live a hit from that. And we're faster than the Fluttermane because it's choice spec, so we could Helping Hand Muddy Water and try to plug as much damage as we can. Because then they're locked into Fairy. Let's try that. Okay, they swap into Tyranitar. How much is this gonna do to Fluttermane? Not enough on any sense of the word. Okay, but now they Power Gem. That's an interesting move. We're just Helping Hand Muddy Water again. Because Tyranitar really doesn't like taking that. Okay, Tyranitar Terra Flyings, which means that no longer... Oh, we missed the Muddy Water on Tyranitar. Man, this game would have been so much easier to win if our moves would just land. We lost the special defense buff from Sand, even though it's no longer 2 times effective. So now I think that they just Shadow Ball with Fluttermane, and then they attack with Tyranitar and we lose. That's unfortunate. Let's rest just to see if that doesn't happen. Oh, we lived the hit. Okay, that's better. Wait, hold on. Actually, we might be able to turn this around now. Another Fluttermane's choice specs. Now we can Wave Crash into that. Shadow Ball deals a lot of damage, but that picks up the KO. Then we're faster than Tyranitar. Oh, they low kicked us. Oh wait, no, low kick doesn't lower speed. So now we just Wave Crash Tyranitar, and that's GG. Okay, great, we lived. Nice. Yeah, I feel like that was probably the best Crocalor game that we've had so far. Even though the Sandy Shocks definitely wanted to pick up KOs there, and Tyranitar was pretty offensive. That was a decent Crocalor game. I guess Fluttermane is another ghost type that Skeledirge would normally like to face up against, so having Crocalor there is a little bit better, especially special defense Crocodile. So, I think that's a good stopping point, honestly, for this team. This team is not super good. It was just built to be super gimmicky for Series 1, but obviously I can give up on it because I spent way too long not making Pokemon Showdown videos, but this is my Series 1 team that I couldn't just give up on for whatever reason, because Crocodile just sounds so funny and stupid to me. But it kind of ended up just being abusing Dondozo for doing things, so thank you, Dondozo. I still call him Don Bozo behind his back, though. But that's going to be it for today's video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, maybe consider leaving a like on the video, and even consider subscribing, because both of those things help me out an absolute ton. And we're going to be trying to do a Pokemon Showdown video every day this week. Every weekday. I've already missed Sunday. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.